rock and roll.
After pastry school, I decided to make cakes my way. So I set up shop and hired the most talented people I know, my friends. We do it all. Make it bigger, make it better, make it awesome. For me, it's all about the cake.
I think I stepped into an alternate universe because everybody is wearing ties and they're all dressed up like they're working in an office. Why is everyone dressed up?
What do you mean?
Everybody had like suits and ties on. It's like business attire. What'd you guys eat for breakfast?
Duff seems a little delusional. Maybe he's having hallucinations. Maybe something's changed.
Why are you dressed up?
What are you talking about?
Deficiency.
Anyways, this is unnerving. Oh, we have a really exciting cake this week. Who remembers Back to the Future?
Who remembers?
Do you guys remember it?
Yeah.
Lauren, how old are you?
26.
26?
Yeah.
You were 1 when it came out.
Well, I saw it on cable.
We have been invited to make a cake for the 25th anniversary of the movie Back to the Future, which is going to be pretty much one of the biggest cakes ever.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
I am so excited for the Back to the Future cake. Great Scott! One of the biggest movie events ever was Back to the Future. I mean, that's a huge, huge, huge thing. So here we are 25 years later, and they want us to make their 25th anniversary cake.
Look out!
We're gonna make a cake of a DeLorean, and we are going to put a smoke machine in it. We are going to cover it with lights. We're gonna have a working flux capacitor. Here's the deal, this is gonna be a huge DeLorean, but like...
About 4 feet?
4 feet. Just the DeLorean itself is gonna be about 4.5 feet long. Behind it, we're gonna have a 5-foot trench filled with grain alcohol that we're gonna light on fire. And once it's all done, it's gonna be over 9 feet long. To be making this cake it's a big responsibility. This is heavy.
With the Back to the Future cake, there's going to be a lot more structure to this cake than a normal car.
Jeff will be the main decorator and engineer on the DeLorean cake. He's going to be the mastermind to figure everything out. Tommy, Jeff, Duff, and Mark will sort of get most of it done.
So we have headlights and taillights.
But then I know at the end of the day, when it comes time to like the 9,000 little details, it'll be something that I'm sure everyone will have their hands on.
I wouldn't say I ever really feel like a mad scientist.
And so then this will sort of run off the back of the car?
Yeah, that'll come out the back.
Sweet. Perfect.
This works. Now I just have to get everything else to work.
Because I'm not wearing a tie, I must have gone back in time and did something. I don't remember going back in time.
What if Duff hadn't punched old Biff, you know? Maybe we'd all be working in ties every day.
Time travel is one of those things that you could really geek out and argue things.
Yeah, if time travel was ever gonna be possible, somebody would have come back and been like, hey, guess what, we figured out time travel.
I have a hard enough time as it is when we have daylight savings times. That's just 1 hour. I couldn't imagine decades.
Extremely flammable. This is one of the fuels for a trail of fire.
The thing Duff really wants to do is replicate the flaming tracks that are sort of the iconic image when you think of Back to the Future.
That's a good one.
Yeah. There's paraffin too.
Ooh.
He's literally playing with fire right now.
Oh, this might need a wick.
There it goes.
It's brighter.
Yeah.
I've burnt a lot of things in my day, and I think a lot of these guys have not played with fire.
That's a messy one.
I've never actually experienced open flame on a cake.
What about the ceiling?
It'll be fine. I don't know if that's safe.
Do we have a fire extinguisher?
Oh my god, what are you doing? I'm like, you guys, relax.
You just lit Adam's wooden table on fire.
Burning a lot.
Why do you think you can control fire?
He essentially tried to burn the building down. And since he failed, he decided that it was safe to do on the cake.
Cool, you're like a magician.
Well timed.
But on top of the Back to the Future cake, we have open gull wing doors. We got to figure out how to make them stay up in the air. Tommy worked out that they were going to need some really thick pieces of plexiglass, and then they worked out how they were going to bend this to the shape of the doors.
We're gonna heat up portions of it, probably like here and here, and then bend it around a mold that we've created here, which has the exact same shape as the contour of our DeLorean, the outside of it. So that's what we're gonna do.
You ready to do this?
I am ready.
It's going to take a while for it to heat up, I think.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
With Back to the Future cake, the cast is gonna have a reunion up in New York. Christopher Lloyd's gonna be there, Leah Thompson's gonna be there, Michael J. Fox is gonna be there, Robert Zemeckis gonna be there. Every little detail has to be perfect.
It's going to be a big cake, so everything we do will just a little bit different than how we normally do it. It's going to be full of lights and fog machine and this fire. I don't know what the heck these things are. When we were planning this, we just sort of broke it down into sections. Cake in the front, a cake in the back, and then a hole in the middle. Tommy's doing all the woodwork and building the cockpit and everything, and then I was working with more like the cake and kind of getting other things going.
Sometimes I do feel like I'm out of time.
A lot of people working on it at the same time. That takes a little forethought.
Duff, what is this?
Okay, so this piece is gonna go here. It's the little holder for the hook that catches the lightning.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I don't think those are going anyplace.
The cake is going along. With the addition of the gull wing doors, and you see them on the cake, it just became the DeLorean.
Cool. Ben, we got doors.
Why is everyone dressed up like a bug?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what's going on with Duff. Because every day he kind of comes in and has a nervous breakdown and tells us all we're freaking him out. I think he's the weird one, honestly.
Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. Something's going on in here.
Katie, I was wrong. Don't do what I told you.
What is it?
Present time should be October 26th, 1985.
Why is everyone in paint suits?
I'm in a futuristic suit.
That's what you call it. Oh my God. I'm running a pretty tight ship here, aren't I? I'm glad discipline here is so focused.
I think these guys look like a pit crew.
When everybody's working on a cake and we're all together, it's more like a football team. We're just trying to win the game. Oh, good. That looks good.
Ta-na-na.
Wow, dude, how did you do that?
Magic.
That was like a nose.
You know it's a DeLorean, but it's but a nose.
Okay.
God, I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm going into the freezer.
Is this something you've done before? That looks awesome.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah! Woo!
During Duff's test, he noticed that exposed wood,
Now it's actually on fire.
when touched by flames, tends to catch fire.
Probably don't want that to happen at the party.
During Duff's test, he noticed that exposed wood tends to catch fire. So we wanted to line that somehow. And Mark bought us this like stainless steel sheeting that we could cover it with.
Well, look at that.
Okay.
This car, within the last hour, has progressed 800%. It's just it's been so fast.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
That looks futuristic.
Get out!
It looked really good, man. I was really happy. Everybody did their jobs. Everything looked great.
I'm mesmerized.
Me too. I want to stare at it forever.
The car is ready to move on to wherever it's headed. I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know when.
It was pretty amazing. We had almost every technique that we've ever taught ourselves on one cake. Open flame, electronics, smoke machines, flavor, piping, painting, 3D design. Everything about it was, sort of a culmination of just the things that we've learned.
I'm not one to sound really braggy, but seriously, nobody could have made that better. It was perfect.
We got the cake in the car, Jeff and I drove up, and we got to the venue, which is really cool. Room underneath the Queensboro Bridge. So we brought the cake in, everyone was like, yeah, look at that.
Everything we've learned over the years and all of our failures have kind of led up to this.
Imagine if somebody just showed us a photograph of right now. Would you even believe it?
Have we ever really said no to a challenge?
No. I'm a little nervous about the fire.
Yeah, me too.
Got to meet Michael J. Fox and the whole cast and crew of Back to the Future. Check out the dates. They're all right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was great.
It's really amazing.
We're here tonight to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Back to the Future trilogy. I want to thank Charm City Cakes for this fantastic creation. Let's light it up.
All right. I got to tell you, I was actually very nervous before I lit this cake. Everybody burst into applause, and they were just like, "Cake's on fire! That's awesome!" Yeah!
I'm always proud of everything the decorators here do, but that was one of the proudest moments. I was like, I can't believe I even had this much of a part of this.
Nice.
We put a lot of time into this cake, and when it works out perfectly, it's a little bit of pride and a little bit of relief.
It's great.
Thank you.
The cake is fantastic. It's amazing. It seems a shame to eat it, but it's delicious.
You can have your car and eat it too.
I love the cake, man. Those guys they were really impressed.
Spectacular job.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. This week has been sort of a microcosm of, the past 4-something years of all the cool stuff we get to do just because we decorate cakes. Who would have thunk it? Later. Dude, what is going on this week?
What do you mean?
Everybody's crazy. Everybody's dressing weird and acting weird. Everyone's just bizarre.
Back hurts.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah? Where have you been the last 7 months?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Have you had enough to eat today?
Yes.
Have you gotten sleep?
Yeah.
Have you gone downstairs and checked the flux capacitor?
No. I can't believe I didn't think about the flux capacitor. These wires aren't connected. They're all tangled. Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Hey, wake up, Goldman. Boxes aren't gonna stack themselves.
Man, I just had the craziest dream, dude. Me and you were making these like giant crazy cakes and we were on television.
A TV show about cakes?
Yeah, it was like a whole TV show about these big crazy cakes and like me and you like going all over the place making these things, man. It was nuts.
Never heard such a thing.
I don't know.
Keep dreaming, man.
Yeah.